Okay, so we have breaking news. Donald Trump says he's firing Fed Governor Lisa Cook. We've got to talk about this, and let's just jump right in. So these are the headlines. Trump fires Fed Governor Cook, escalating attack on the central bank. Okay, but you have to understand, this is the question is like, does he have the power to do said thing? That's why I'm showing you different headlines. Trump says he is removing Fed Governor Lisa Cook. Okay, so did he fire? What's going on? Trump moves to fire top Federal Reserve official Lisa Cook. And this is all setting up effectively possible constitutional crisis and a fight. So Trump is saying, hey, you're fired. I'm going to fire you, etc. And then the question is going to be, does he have the power to do said thing? Or the other one would be, do the allegations that Trump are making against her, are they going to hold up in court, which I think this may go to. Let's read some details, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So this is Trump. This is what Trump says. The American people must be able to have full confidence in the honesty of the members entrusted with setting policy and overseeing the Federal Reserve, right? So Trump posts this letter on social media. This is late on a Monday. In light of your deceitful and possibly criminal conduct in a financial matter, they cannot, and I do not have confidence in your integrity. And Trump and the Trumpers are all claiming that Fed Lisa Cook committed mortgage fraud. That's what they're trying to say. Now, the question would be, okay, so does Trump have the power to do said thing? Can he just fire people from the Fed? This is what it says. Presidents can remove Fed governors from office, but only for cause. So you can't just, do it on a whim, although that's how Trump does stuff. He likes to do stuff on a whim or his emotions. But if you do want to follow the law, this is what it says. Laws that describe, quote, for cause, generally define the term as encompassing three possibilities: inefficiency, neglect of duty, and malfeasance, meaning wrongdoing in office. So that would be the question. Can the Trump people say you definitely did, one of these three things? Again, they're going with mortgage fraud here. And then they're saying that would be, a reason to fire you. And they've been talking about for a little while now. They've also been talking about firing Federal Chair Jerome Powell, but they kind of backed off on that one. They were trying to go with some sort of fraud with that's what Trump was claiming, with the reconstruction of the Fed building, or the renovation, however you want to say it. But that's kind of died down, and now they've been going after Fed Governor Lisa Cook. Now regarding, and which we'll keep talking about, Jerome Powell, I guess they sent a letter to try to get Powell to fire her, but he doesn't really necessarily have the power to do that. This is what it says. It says, Justice Department urges Fed chair to fire a top official accused of mortgage fraud. So they're doing two things. Trump's saying he's firing her, and they're trying to get Powell to fire her. In a letter to Fed Chair Jerome Powell, Ed Martin, a special attorney for mortgage fraud at the Justice Department, said he had received a criminal referral. So they're calling this a crime, from the Federal Housing Finance Agency on August 15th about Federal Governor Lisa Cook. The accusations became public Wednesday after FHFA Director Bill Pulte accused Cook of committing fraud in 2021. So this would be something happened, 4 years ago now, while seeking mortgages on two properties, a home in Michigan and a condo in Atlanta, both of which she described as her primary residence within a 2-week period. Okay. Powell does not have the power to fire governors. Okay. So Powell couldn't do it if he wanted. But, in Trumpy world, Trumpy verse, who cares about the law, right? So that's how Trump people operate. So we'll see. Cook is among the country's preeminent economists and was nominated to the Fed by President Joe Biden in 2022. So it's a few years ago. She is the first Black woman to serve on the board, and her term runs until 2038. So she's supposed to be there quite a long time. Fed declined to comment. In a statement Wednesday, Cook made clear that she did not plan to resign. And this is her statement here. I have no intention of being bullied to step down from my position because of some questions raised in a tweet. And this is how, I think the guy's name is Pulte or Trump. They'll just tweet out stuff about you, right? You guys know how this game is played. I do intend to take any questions about my financial history seriously. And as a member of Federal Reserve, so I am gathering the accurate information to answer any legitimate questions and provide the facts. And, with the Trump stuff, they do misrepresent and put out misleading stuff. So I would like to see what Lisa has to say, and, what facts do you have to, explain this discrepancy, because you never know in people's situations. You never know, as I said, and it's Trump people are untrustworthy, as you guys know that. This was actually the letter, but I'll, we'll see how this plays out. So I want to see everything. This was the letter that Trump put out on social media. It says, "Dear Governor Cook, pursuant my authority under Article 2 of the Constitution of the United States and the Federal Reserve Act of 1913 as amended, you are hereby removed from your position on the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve, effective immediately." So from Trump's letter, you're fired, basically, right? It says, "The Federal Reserve Act provides that you may be removed at my discretion for cause. I have determined that there is sufficient cause to remove you from your position." And then this is, you want to read the whole thing that you can. The thing that's obviously concerning about this is the way Trump operates. Hey, if you put out job numbers I don't like, you're fired. If you're, part of Fed policy I don't like, you're fired, and I'll try to get my people in there. And if everything becomes political for Trump and he gets all his own people and, various agencies, et cetera, which, they've been trying to do and force as many people out as possible. If you guys know with Elon Musk, they were trying to, get rid of half of the federal workers and replace everybody with AI computers. And I know it sounds ridiculous that they want to replace people with AI, but that's what they're talking about. And then with the Trumpy stuff, he wants to put his own people and basically try to control all the fiscal policy in the USA and basically drive the U.S. economy off a cliff. That's essentially what would it be. We had a similar situation, which I mentioned to you guys before, in Turkey, where they did this kind of crap, and then inflation shot up to 85% at the peak. So would that happen in USA? I mean, all bets are off if Trump starts putting all his own people in at the Fed. The big concern, obviously, then would be, okay, in Trump's world, then I guess then we're all going to be borrowing money as much as we possibly can at, low interest rates. Hurry, get that money now. And you're setting yourself up for another great financial crisis kind of scenario, right? And, even from their own words, they're just like, but guys, we're going to be great with the deficit, stuff like that, because, we're putting tariffs on everything. And oh my God, that's going to save us. And Trump people also say yes. And crypto too, right? Crypto companies and stuff like that are going to buy a whole bunch of US debt, and that's going to save us. And crypto transactions going to unleash productivity. Oh, and that'll save us. And then AI is going to come in and everyone's going to be so rich. Oh my God. I know. And when I tell you guys about the stuff that they're planning, it, like if you actually track it, these people are idiots, right? Talking about the Trump people. So it is all deeply concerning. Just yesterday, he was attacking news organizations. I think it was ABC and NBC, threatening to take him off the air kind of stuff. And then like Trump's even like, well, it's a privilege to be on the air and you got to pay me millions of dollars. And he really was using that kind of language. In this world, it would be like, hey, Lisa Cook, will you give me, millions of dollars, then you can keep your job. I mean, obviously that would be ridiculous. But this is the crazy Trumpy, land that we're in. And again, that's just my concern is if everything becomes overtly political, because what you want in a functioning government is just to hire qualified people, to work at various agencies that use their expertise and give you, honest evaluations and numbers or, decisions based on like real data and numbers, right? Like sound policy decision for, the long run of the nation, not just on the whims of Trump, who, is going to be gone soon. And so from his point of view, it's like, oh, I'm going to go out with a blaze of glory and take you all down with me. And it's like Trump is purposely, how can I say, steering us right into the iceberg is what it looks like to me. This move may not necessarily destroy all trust in the U.S. market. Definitely, if you were to try to, call the police or whatever, or call the feds on the Fed, right, and remove Powell, definitely people would lose faith in the U.S. market. So, this, to be fair, I want to see how this plays out, see if Trump has a legitimate case against Lisa Cook or not, because I haven't seen any evidence. She said she's willing to, present stuff, but that's where we're at. But the thing is, though, if Trump tries to fire before she can present anything, how's that going to play out? So this is just breaking now. This is late on a Monday night. Put it on social media, and we'll see what how everyone responds. I just wanted to share my thoughts and let you know the news. I want to hear yours, and I'll catch you all in the next video.